it's my responsibility to tell my story the correct way, like
Mm-hmm.
to control my own narrative, like, and that's something that I feel like I've failed to do in the past. You know what I mean? So when it comes to just moving forward and just adapting to everything, like I feel like that's a part of adapting to being like a celebrity or whatever you.
Imagine making one decision that turns the entire hip-hop industry against you. Friends become critics, fans start questioning your loyalty, and social media is filled with debates about your career. Most artists would back away from the controversy, but DaBaby didn't. Instead, he stood by his decision to collaborate with NBA YoungBoy, even when many people in the industry weren't happy about it. Months later, the same artists who criticized him were suddenly supporting YoungBoy themselves. So what really happened? Why did DaBaby become the center of this controversy? And what does this tell us about loyalty, respect, and the changing culture of hip-hop? Today, we're breaking down the full story behind one of the most talked about conversations in rap. DaBaby has never been afraid to make bold decisions. Since the beginning of his career, he has built a reputation for speaking his mind and doing what he believes is right, even when people disagree with him. That attitude has helped him become one of the biggest names in hip-hop, but it has also placed him in the middle of several controversies throughout his career. One of those moments came when DaBaby decided to collaborate with NBA YoungBoy. At the time, YoungBoy was already one of the biggest streaming artists in the world. His music attracted millions of loyal fans, but he was also surrounded by constant controversy and public feuds within the rap industry. Because of that, many artists were careful about publicly associating themselves with him. Despite the criticism, DaBaby chose to work with YoungBoy anyway. For him, the decision appeared to be based on music rather than industry politics. Instead of worrying about public opinion, he focused on creating songs with an artist he respected. That choice immediately sparked conversations across social media, where fans and critics began debating whether he had made the right decision. During a recent interview, DaBaby reflected on that period and suggested that many of the people criticizing him eventually changed their attitude. According to him, some artists who questioned his collaboration later began publicly supporting YoungBoy themselves. His point wasn't only about one collaboration. It was about how quickly opinions can change in the entertainment industry. This situation highlights something that happens frequently in hip-hop. Trends change rapidly. Public opinion changes even faster. An artist who is criticized today can become widely accepted tomorrow. That's why many rappers choose to trust their own instincts instead of following the crowd. Another reason this conversation became so popular is because hip-hop has always been built on loyalty and authenticity. Fans often expect artists to stand by the decisions instead of changing their position based on public pressure. Whether people agreed with DaBaby or not, many respected the fact that he didn't appear to back away from his choice simply because it became controversial. The collaboration also demonstrated how complicated relationships within the music industry can be. Artists aren't only creating music, they're navigating friendships, business partnerships, fan expectations, and public perception all at the same time. Every decision is analyzed by millions of people online. One of the biggest lessons from this discussion is the importance of confidence. DaBaby has often spoken about believing in himself even when others disagree. Throughout his career, confidence has been one of his defining characteristics. Rather than waiting for approval from everyone around him, he has consistently followed the direction he believes is best for his career. The interview also reminded fans that success in music isn't just about making hit records. It's about making difficult decisions under constant public attention. Every collaboration, every performance, and every public statement has the potential to create headlines. That pressure is something most people never experience. Another interesting part of the conversation is how quickly the rap industry evolves. Artists who were once considered outsiders can suddenly become some of the most respected names in music. Public opinion often shifts as new music is released, new collaborations happen, and old rivalries fade away. DaBaby's comments suggest that this is exactly what happened with NBA YoungBoy. Over time, many people who once seemed hesitant eventually became more open in showing support. For fans, this serves as a reminder that social media doesn't always reflect reality. Online criticism can be loud, but it doesn't necessarily represent everyone's opinion. Many artists continue making decisions based on their own values rather than reacting to every headline or trending topic. Beyond the controversy, the collaboration between DaBaby and NBA YoungBoy also showed the power of creative freedom. Great artists often take risks. Sometimes those risks are celebrated immediately. Other times, they're understood only after time has passed. History has shown that many important moments in music were controversial when they first happened. At the end of the day, this story isn't just about two rappers working together. It's about staying true to your decisions, believing in your instincts, and refusing to let public pressure control your career. Whether you agree with DaBaby's perspective or not, his willingness to stand by his choices has become one of the defining parts of his public image. Perhaps that's why this interview attracted so much attention. It wasn't simply another celebrity conversation. It raised bigger questions about loyalty, authenticity, and how quickly opinions can change in the music industry. As hip-hop continues evolving, these conversations will likely continue shaping the culture for years to come. So, what do you think? Was DaBaby right to stand by his collaboration with NBA YoungBoy despite the criticism? Or should artists think more carefully about how those decisions affect the public image? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video and want more stories about your favorite rappers, hip-hop culture, and the biggest moments in the music industry, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss our next upload. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.